Hi there, this is Dr. Peter Kloponis again with Integrity Counseling Services in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. And in today's video, I want to talk to you about pessimists. I think we've all known people in our lives who are very pessimistic. They're just very critical about everything. And they just look at everything through a negative lens. And you wonder, well, why is this? Why are some people just so negative? In fact, I think there are some people that enjoy being negative. They just enjoy being miserable. Well, I think a lot of this goes back to their life experiences. I believe that a lot of people who are very pessimistic have experienced a lot of negative experiences and situations in their lives. Some very negative things. And when you have enough of them, you start to look at the life through that very negative lens. Right? That's the way you see the whole world. Now, a lot of times when confronted about this, pessimists will simply say, well, I'm just being realistic about everything. I'm just being realistic. You can't look at life all the time through rose-colored glasses. You have to be realistic. Well, yes, they may be realistic about things, but they really don't help the situation. It really doesn't help people in life to always be negative. There's a wonderful saying out there that I love, and it goes like this. Pessimists are accurate, but optimists live longer. Now, I don't know if there's any scientific evidence for that, but I truly believe that is a truth there in life, that optimists do live longer. Why? Because they tend to enjoy life. And people who tend to enjoy life tend to be in better health. They don't deal with as much stress and anxiety and negative situations in life. Now, being an optimist doesn't mean always looking through life through rose-colored glasses. Being an optimist doesn't mean you're unrealistic. I think being a true optimist is someone who is able to balance things in life, recognizing that, yes, there are negative things in life. There are a lot of bad things in this world. But there are also many good things in this world. You have to understand, if God created this world and everything God creates is good, then there must be a lot of really good things in this world. Good people, good things, good places, good experiences. There's a lot of good, and we have to recognize that. And I think this is what really can help people who are going through very tough times endure. When a person can say, yes, I'm going through an awful time here, but there still is a lot of good in this world. There is a lot of good in this life, and to be able to focus on that. And that doesn't mean you're disregarding all the bad stuff and the negative things and the struggles and the suffering. No, we do have to address that. But we also have to balance that out by looking at what is good in life. And we always need to do that. We always need to find that good, and sometimes we need to confront people on that. Years ago, I had a family member who was very pessimistic, and I would say something like, well, gee, isn't it a beautiful day out today? And her response immediately would be something like, yes, but it's going to rain tomorrow. And this person was always like that. So every now and then I would go up to her and I would say, well, tell me something good that's happening in your life. What is the good that you're experiencing right now? In fact, I think that's a wonderful way to greet anybody. Say, hi, how are you? Tell me something great that's happening in your life right now. Tell me something good that's happening. Tell me something funny that recently happened to you. Anything that can help make a person smile, I think is good and very healthy. So, when we look at life, yes, we have to address the suffering and the negative, but also look for the positive, look for the good. And I think if every day you look for that, if you are purposeful about that, if you are mindful, intentional about looking for the good, I think that can help anybody get through even the worst day, to say that, yes, there is something good in here, and surround yourself with those good people that are optimists. That doesn't mean that we get rid of all the pessimists in this world or that we avoid them, but make sure that you have a good number of people who are optimistic in your life, because that can bring you up. Don't surround yourself by the people who bring you down. All right? Yes, we want to keep those people in our lives because we love them and we need them and they need us, but also make sure you have plenty of optimists in your life. So, for more information and for all the wonderful things that we're doing here at Integrity Counseling Services, you can go to our website. That's integritycounselingpa.com. If you like my videos, please save them, please share them, please comment, and please subscribe. This is really going to help our practice and our ministry. So until the next time, God bless.